Welcome to Cooking with JAST, Tennessee Kitchen's Japanese style. I'm Ginger Byrne with the Japan America Society of Tennessee. Peyton Goodman with JAST is joining me. This is the third episode of our online cooking series, and we're very excited to feature Jimee Ishii, chef and owner of Sekisui restaurants. Before we begin, I would like to thank our sponsors, the Mitsui USA Foundation and the Japan Foundation Center for Global Partnership. We would also like to thank our premier corporate sponsors for their generous support: Nissan North America, BNA Nashville International Airport, Bridgestone America's Trust Fund, Mitsui and Company USA Inc., Tennessee Department of Economic and Community Development, Brother Industries USA Inc., Austin Peay State University, Baker Donaldson, Truist, Jack and Barbara Bovender, Center for Nonprofit Management, Denso Manufacturing Tennessee Inc., Humanities Tennessee, Clay and Kathy Jackson, Komatsu America Corporation, and T-Mobile. This evening, in his first video, Jimee will show us how to eat fresh and stay healthy with easy shopping and simple cooking. We will go shopping with Jimee for seasonings and the best ingredients for making great Japanese food. And then to his kitchen, where Jimee will prepare all of these wonderful Japanese dishes. There will be time for questions with Jimee and Peyton after the first video. You may submit your questions by clicking on the Q&A button on the toolbar at the bottom of your screen. After you click on the Q&A button, you will see a Submit a Question prompt. Enjoy the video.
Hello, good morning. My name is Jimee Ishii, owner of the Sekisui. Today I would like to show where I get the shopping, and where after this I want to show how to tweak for the Japanese cooking. I hope you enjoy today my show. Here is the vegetable food section. This farmer's market has many Asian fruit. You will absolutely enjoy a lot of them. Let me show some of them. Here is a durian. This is durian.
Yeah.
This is a white peach. White peach we can use for the salad. It's solid hard, so we can use the salad. That'd be good for anything. Also after the dessert. Asian pear. It's very hard, solid. It's not soft. It's different with European pear. It's more hard. Here's Fuji apple. This tree comes from Japan. It grows in California. This section, mushroom room is great for your health, and they have variety more than 10 kind of the mushroom. Today I will choose Shimeji mushroom and enoki mushroom. It is a straw mushroom. These are chives. This is good for stir fry with meat. White chive, bean chive, and chive stem. The blossom. For any soup, you can create Japanese mixed ingredients and make a special soup. It's for the spare rib, but they cut straight. Marble. If you have more marble, more gray meat. This dashi, so it's a powder, so we use this sometimes at home. This is for seasoning for curry, and gyukaku is one of the top restaurants in Japan. So you marinate with this and then cook. I'm gonna make a curry udon tonight. So this is a udon. It is frozen, but it's great texture and it's not soggy, so you can enjoy the al dente from this. This is what we use, huh? $29. Tamaki gold. My concept here to showing to easy shopping, everyone can go to the shop, plus easy ingredients, easy way to cook at home, everybody can do. Not like you have to be a restaurant, you have to order special food. It is everybody can make it simple cooking. So I would like to show that special technique. So I hope you enjoy it. And let me explain, here is sashimi soy sauce, yakiniku, which is beef, cooking beef with marinating beef, and this is the rice wine, soy vinegar, rice vinegar, this is tsuyu for making large things for the udon or noodle soup. This is dashi for the white dashi for seasoning with the katsuo base. This is a curry, we choose extra hot. And also I bring some seaweed, which is this is bought from Japan, but this is shiofuki kobu. It's salted kombu, which is seaweed, and this is cut nori, the sliced nori, and this is wakame, which is a seaweed also. Then if you put it in the water, it makes spread, or you can use miso soup. This is for matsutake osuimono, which is clear soup, but I'm going to make a pasta with this. This is, and in Japan it's very popular making pasta with this. And this is a tofu, clear, fresh tofu, and it's soft, which is I always use to. Sometimes I use a miso soup, or I use a cold tofu dish. And is udon. It's a very good al dente udon. It's frozen, but it's great texture. And then here is a beef pot roast. This is from you buy anywhere the grocery, and we're gonna cook this and this. And mayonnaise. This mayonnaise, better mayonnaise, tasty, which is less oil, and more egg and mustard and vinegar. And this is I'm going to use for the crumb sauce for the pasta, crumb pasta. And I make the tomato basil with meat, which is cooking wine. Try to make a little Japanese tweak in there. Right? So let's start cooking. Rice cooker home, and it's best way to cook, because if you cook the pot with rice and heat it, then it's directly heat, it makes warm the rice. But this one makes heat evenly, so it makes a whole one pot cook temperature, same temperature. And that's they make in Japan, so not very popular. You can make the pot, but still this is the best way. Have to toss the pans with the rice and make sure this is white. You get it clear better. Rice right there. Many people say it's fishy, but actually, if you make a soup, this I make miso soup. You keep the juice out and boil. Just put inside. Probably 1/2 teaspoon of cream, and it's already a flavor, bonito and macro inside. cook. One of the dish is saba miso soup and then saba rice. This is a plain rice. So this is any vegetable you have home. You can mix anything to make salad, toast salad. You can cut randomly. Okay, now let's make a dressing. Depends on how big the lettuce or anything. It makes all the. I don't give you a recipe, but please you adjust yourself, your taste. This black pepper. And this is the sea salt. Oil. fish is there, but you just cut it. Next dish is easy to make the Korean kimchi jjigae and little taste in Japanese. This is very everywhere has beef soup. Adding some shrimp. To make taste Japanese. Just a little. Which is very hot. This is cooking sake. My hand open. Let's cook the rice. Some shrimp. Then the mushroom. Just sprinkle all the vegetables. Oil. Now you can put inside here. Now good flavor inside. Curry is already spice, all spice in there, so easy to cook. You don't have to add anything. Now the one piece here. That's it. Very simple, is it? No. Yeah. And make cream. That's it. I show you little, try to make soup more fancier. The tomato basil with sake and seafood. Seafood tomato basil soup with sake. It's a Italian what Italian, Oriental Italian. Actually, I don't like to strain it. Oh yeah. Thank you for watching. I hope you can make your home easily and enjoy your meal. Thank you very much for watching.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Peyton Goodman and I work with the Japan America Society of Tennessee. I want to thank you again so much for being on here tonight, and I hope you enjoyed the video that Jimmy prepared for us. Now we're going to move on to the Q&A section. If you have any questions for Chef Ishii, please submit them in the Q&A section. If you're not familiar with Zoom, all you have to do is maybe move your mouse around and you'll see the Q&A button, and click there, and please submit your questions if you have them. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Chef Jimmy Ishii. Chef Ishii, could you turn on your camera, please? There we go.
Good evening.
Hi, Chef Ishii. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. I'm so happy to have you here tonight, and thank you so much for preparing that wonderful video. I don't know if our audience members caught it, but I heard a few times your cameraman responding like, "Ooh, that looks good," and and I reacted the same way. So thank you so much again for that video.
Welcome, welcome. Cameraman, they enjoy their food, our food, so they enjoy to take picture plus enjoy their meal too.
Nice.
I
so
wish
after,
everybody has tried it.
Yeah, so after they were done filming, they got to eat the food that you made?
Yes, that's the best time to eat, I think.
Nice. I'm very jealous of them because all of that food looked very delicious. Great. Okay, so while we're waiting for some questions from the audience members, I have a few things I'd like to ask you, Chef Ishii. And my first question is, during the shopping trip, I think one of the last ingredients you picked up was some rice. And I was wondering if, are there other good rice brands that you would recommend?
Well, the rice, it's short grain and Japanese rice, growing in California, and it's mostly what you got in the shops is a brand rice, but it's a bland rice. Is one of the made in the Arkansas. With name is Koshi Hikari. It's very high-end rice, but they are making the rice in the Arkansas, but they ship to the California and they bring back to the your cities. So please remember, Koshi Hikari is the best brand in Japan. It's not brand rice.
Okay, that's interesting. And do you usually use that brand for your restaurant, or what rice do you use for restaurant?
We use nishiki rice or tamaki rice. It's a brand rice. Normally our restaurant serving sushi, so the koshi hikari is more wet, so it's not great for the sushi rice. But for the home eating, cooking, it's the best rice because lots moisture and tenderness and the sweetness there. So our restaurant using nishiki or tamaki mai on the gold. That's what we use.
Okay, great. That's really good to know. Thank you. And I have one more question about rice, if that's okay. Last month for Cooking with JAST, we had Kumi Alderman on. And she was cooking curry and rice. And one thing she spent some time on was talking about how to clean the rice and how many times you should rinse it. And for her personally, she likes to rinse her rice, I think 8 to 10 times. And I was wondering, what's your preference, Chef Ishii, for rinsing and washing your rice?
Right now, the rice is unnecessary to wash the rice. It's already washed by the high quality wind. So now I wash the 3-4 times, maybe 4 times. That's what we do. But before, yes, like her, you have to supposed to wash the several times more.
Hey, okay, good.
But the key is the whiteness is come up, so that makes taste less taste, more cloudiness taste. So if you want to clear, you should wash more. But when you wash if you squeeze too much, the rice is gonna be break if it's old rice. So you have to be careful. That rice is always good with new crop.
Okay, I never knew that. Thank you so much for that. And it looks like we have a couple of audience questions here. Thank you so much. First one we have from Carol, and they ask, what did you sprinkle on the matsutake mushroom pasta once plated?
That's a soup powder you can buy in the grocery store, Oriental grocery store, and they have already concentrated for the matsutake flavor and seasoning. So this makes the matsutake flavor, pine mushroom flavor. So just sprinkle, you don't add anything. But I recommend to make more mild for the olive oil on the top with matsutake powder. That's what it is. So just one pack enough for the one dish, yes.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And our next question is from David, and they ask, what was the first food that made you really fall in love with and appreciate food?
I love every food myself, but I think that it's good nutrition and the simple cooking is saba macro there's a best food for the good for your health is macro, and natto is fermented soybeans. So that I show that the rice cooking with the saba macro, it's you surprise how tasty it is. And I put the juice to the miso soup, then it's not fishy at all. So that was I was surprised myself when I cooked.
Okay, great. And if it's okay to ask, if it's not too personal, do you remember the first food that you ever learned how to make?
I do not remember, but maybe the fried egg. That's what when I was a kid. I think everybody's the same way. That's first round, and a good food, and it tastes good, and good for health too.
Yeah.
Lots of protein. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
But I like myself. The cooking is sushi myself. Yes.
Oh, okay. What kind of sushi do you usually make at home?
I don't make at home because I go restaurant to make. But nigiri is our style sushi from Japan. 400 years ago we created. So it's very history there, and the best to eat with the fish and the freshness very important. So sushi is very delicate to me. So that's why I like to cook. Yes.
Okay, nice. Thank you. And another question that I have, in the video you showed a variety of different ingredients that you can use for your dishes. And I was curious, what are 4 ingredients you use most in your kitchen, and what is your favorite ingredient?
Well, in Japan, is a seasoning called sashisuke. So it's a 5 seasoning. It's a sugar, salt, su is vinegar, se is soy sauce, and so is miso. So that's a 5 ingredients. But normally I don't use the sugar. Instead of the sugar, I use rice cooking wine. So they have natural glucose in there. So that's first salt ever use it. So it's 4 is what I using mostly. It's sake, rice cooking wine, and the rice vinegar. Vinegar should be the rice vinegar, and soy sauce, and then miso. So you can make a ponzu soy vinaigrette with that ingredients. Also, you can make anything for your Japanese cooking. That's basically ingredients what you use.
Okay, great, thank you. And let's see, and I think we're getting close to the end of our Q&A section. So if any of the attendees would like to submit another question, please feel free. Until then, I'll ask you one more question, Chef Ishii. And it is, what is your cooking style?
Cooking style, you see it on the video. I don't have a recipe. In the restaurant, yes, we make a recipe, but my cooking style is most Japanese chef is not learning from the recipe, running from the watch, the master chef. So you have to taste the dishes, and you have to educate yourself. You have to develop yourself. So that's the key. So the sweetness, vinegar is sour, and the saltness, and the soy sauce, the fermented taste, and stuff like that. The miso is also fermented. But you find out, you educate yourself, you develop yourself on your taste. That's your home cooking style. I believe the recipe is important to the restaurant for the consistency, but I hope that everyone can make on your taste at home.
Right. Yes, that's a very good point. Thank you so much.
And do you know about umami, about the ingredients? Have you had umami for the Japanese food?
It sounds familiar. Could you explain it a little bit?
Umami is a basic Japanese taste. It's come from the bonito flake, come from the kombu, the seaweed. But I think that little interesting. If you have for example, if you have try to raw fish, and I brought this. This is a salted kombu seaweed, and one right here, just one pieces is kombu. Is when you eat with some vegetable, one piece of the broccoli, cauliflower, anything.
Oh wow!
And eat with this, you're gonna find the umami. Every chef talk about umami, but you're gonna find that a little piece from this, you can taste. Smells is like a cheese, but when you put the taste, you can taste the umami taste. That's what it is. Please try this piece.
Wow! And did you get that from the same store that you went to?
You can get the Oriental store, but if you don't have one, you can get online anywhere. It's a shio kombu, salted kombu.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. That's really, I didn't know that. I'll have to get some of that and eat more of that.
Try with a sashimi, little one piece of fish with kombu instead of putting in soy sauce and wasabi. You might want to use it with wasabi and that seaweed. It's help you umami more the fish.
Right. Yeah. Good way to mix it up. And it looks like we don't have any more questions from our audience members. So I think that will conclude our Q&A. Chef Ishii, do you have anything you'd like to say to our audience members before we go to the next video and close?
Sure. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry about the video, the fuzzy and so loud at the store. But my technique is very easy to make, and probably people stay home right now because this pandemic. But it's very simple, and just put the sashisuseso, so the ingredients. You can buy the grocery store is all the ingredients is $30, and so you can enjoy to your home cooking, and that seasoning stay forever long. So one of your, I hope makes you one of your cooking selections.
Yes, thank you.
And please stay home safe, and I hope this pandemic is over soon. I wish.
Yes, me too. Me too. Well, thank you so much, Chef Ishii, for joining us and the wonderful videos that you've provided, and hope to see you next year at the festival.
Sure, I'm excited to see that.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to turn it back over to Ginger before we close with a special tour of Sekisui restaurant.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you. Jimmy, thank you so much. Thank you, Peyton. And Jimmy, thank you so much for the videos. The first one was so great, and the second video that we're going to show is really fun too. And Jimmy mentioned about the quality of the video. If the quality of the video wasn't great, and we might have been experiencing some Wi-Fi problems, so we're going to send everyone the links for both of the videos so you can watch them at home, because there really are wonderful videos that Jimmy had made. And you may, even if it was good, you may want to watch it again, both of them again, because they're really good. And thank you again, Jimmy. You're really great. We're going to end this evening with the second video, which is a special guided tour of Sekisui restaurants led by Jimmy. You'll visit 3 of Jimmy's restaurants and watch the chefs prepare sushi, tempura, and other delicious dishes. Thanks again to our sponsors, the Mitsui USA Foundation and the Japan Foundation Center for Global Partnership. I hope you enjoy the Sekisui restaurant tour, and thank you very much for joining us this evening.
Hello, everyone. This is Jimmy Ishii, Sekisui. Sekisui opened 1989. It's been 31 years now. First sushi bar in Memphis. I would like to introduce Japanese cuisine here tonight. And also thank you for watching this. Sorry about we cannot have the Japanese Festival 2020 because of this pandemic. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's go. I would like to introduce the owner chef, Hiro Nakajima. He is the chef. And he's going to demonstrate for the tempura and the sushi today. I hope you enjoy. categorized called daiginjo. It's polish the grain rice for over 50% and brew it. And also it's they make it fresh, doesn't make it heat, never heated. So no heat pesticide and filter cycle. This restaurant called Sekisui Pacific Rim. I had a concept in Midwest maybe 30 years ago, and I wanted to do fusion cooking instead of along with authenticness. So we have long-time chef, Swiss chef Ming Wen. He's the longest sushi chef in the Memphis, and also the Erika. She is only one female sushi chef in Memphis. Please visit us and enjoy us. Thank you.
Sweet potato, crunchy sweet potato.
This is a Robata ramen and yakitori bar. It's a first ramen shop in Memphis and located at Overton Square in Memphis. Watanabe Yuta, NBA Grizzlies basketball player, he loved this restaurant. So let's check it, try it.